Hello, hello. Video number 3 today. I want to remind everyone that this is a month-long challenge that I'm doing 20 videos in the month of November. Every day, every weekday, I'm going to go live and talk about a different topic of real estate. So far, I've talked about how I got into real estate, how I chose the brokerage that I'm at, what a realtor can do for you. And today, I'm going to talk about my expertise in real estate, what my areas are that I specialize in. Um, I also want to remind you that if you engage with any of these videos all month long, so that would be a comment or a share, you're going to get your name entered to win a prize at the end of the month. And I've decided what that prize is going to be. We're going to do a $100 gift card to the local business of your choice. It'll be just in time for Christmas shopping. And I love supporting local businesses. It doesn't have to be a retailer, but just whoever, every time you comment or every time you share one of these videos all month long, your name's going to go into the pot. And I'm going to pull a name out at the end, and that person is going to get a $100 gift card. So follow along with me. Today, my area of expertise. Um, I just want to say first off that just because I specialize in a certain area doesn't mean that I don't do other things in real estate also. I work with investors, but I wouldn't call that my area of expertise. I've sold foreclosures. I wouldn't call that something I specialize in. I do VA loans. I've done renovation mortgages. I wouldn't say those are things that are my specialties, but I know what they are and how to do them and can do them professionally. Um, but I would definitely say my target demographic are people like me, people that have young kids, people that are buying their first house or maybe selling their first house and buying their second house. Um, People that I know, people that are referred to me. Honestly, I don't love working with people who don't trust me. Um, I just saw an ad on Facebook yesterday that said something about you shouldn't be trying to build a business of repeats and referrals because that's never going to be enough or something like that. And I'm pretty fine with repeat business and referrals. That's what I enjoy. I enjoy working with people I know and people who know people that I know because those people tend to trust me. And so I would say first time homebuyers is definitely one area of specialty. Over the years, I've gotten pretty acquainted with the questions and struggles that first time homebuyers have. I'm actually going to be creating content for a first time homebuyer course that's going to have like 4 or 5 lessons in it. I'm going to record it all and like have a landing platform so that when people reach out to me about wanting to buy a home for the first time, I can say, okay, great, here's some education for you. And just share all of my tips and tricks that I've learned for all my first time homebuyers. And I have been a first time homebuyer, so I know from that standpoint as well, kind of what's necessary. Um, First time home sellers is another one. Selling a home is very different than buying a home. And there can be a lot of unmet expectations in that process. And so I'll be honest, with this hot sellers market, pretty much anyone can go stick a sign in a yard and sell a house. It's not hard right now. That doesn't mean that every agent is getting people the very highest and best that they could have gotten. Um, and that doesn't mean that everyone is doing the right thing, honestly. There are a lot of people who are selling things fast and in a hurry and trying to, generate all this flurry of interest because there's things they're trying to hide or there's things they're trying to get away with that in a different market they might not get away with. Um, so not all listing agents are created equal, even though there are many who can sell houses right now. And I think when the market changes, and it will at some point change, when that happens, being an exemplary listing agent is going to be a must. And I am so thankful that I've gotten to practice that this year with so many clients who have trusted me, who've listened to me, who've taken my advice, who've gone above and beyond, even when they felt like maybe in a seller's market they didn't need to go above and beyond. Because I think every little bit matters and every little bit impacts the bottom line. I'll give you an example. I was talking to an agent in my office about staging a property. And I asked her if she ever used any stagers, and she asked me what the price point of the house was. And when I told her, she was like, "Why would you ever stage that house? It's so easy to sell them right now." I can almost guarantee you that we would not have gotten the amount of money that we did for that house if we hadn't staged it. And I think that the reason why I'm willing to make that decision that other realtors aren't willing to make is because I understand buyer psychology. I would definitely call that a strong point of mine, an area of expertise, because I do work with so many buyers, um, that it really does matter. Like, I really understand what needs to happen and when it needs to happen. So I would consider myself a pretty darn good listing agent. And I'm really excited for the time that's coming when that is going to matter and really bolster my business in a way that other agents who might not be as good at listing property, when the time comes, that's really going to show. That's going to matter a lot. And I'm going to already have all of this time and experience of like, yeah, when everybody else was just throwing signs in yards, here's what I've been doing this whole time, and here's how I can get your house sold when other agents won't or can't. Um, so I definitely would say that that is a strong point. As far as like me personally, I'm pretty intuitive to my clients' needs. People matter to me. It's not just about money. It's not just about the transaction. Um, I'm willing to go above and beyond to call people late at night, to answer text messages when I need to. Direct and efficient communication, I would say, is also a strong point of mine. I've gotten feedback from several agents that I've worked with this year that they appreciate so much the level of communication that I have with them. And I can tell you that there are agents who are not good at communicating. There was an agent I worked with this year who, every time I had a conversation with her, it changed what our strategy was because I could tell that when she brought that information to her clients, it wasn't going to come out from her the same way that it was coming from us. And so we really had to tiptoe around like her lack of communication skills, and it changed the outcome of the transaction because of that. And so I would definitely say that communication, especially direct communication, is something that I'm good at. I am an Enneagram 8, if you know what that means. So I am not afraid to speak up and say what needs to be said. I would say that I'm a truth teller for sure. Um, and last but not least, and this is honestly what I love most about my job, is authentic relationship building. Um, I know an agent in my office who does a lot of business, and this person works with a lot of people that they don't know. They get leads from an online source, and they really love and enjoy that business and are very successful at it. I like building relationships with people. I like to care about how old their kids are and what their goals are. I really do enjoy the relationship aspect of my job. Um, because at the end of the day, people are what this is all about. And so that, knowing that that's my motivation, is to get to know people, to impact people, to do something of value for people that I work with. Um, I think that that really sets me apart from a lot of other types of agents who are much more production oriented, and that it's more about business than it is about a relationship. Anyway, that's just a little bit about my area of expertise. If you have any questions about any of that, whether you're a first time home buyer, you are thinking about selling your home, don't be afraid to follow up. Even if you don't think you're close to that process yet, you're welcome to text me or email me any questions that you have, and I would be really happy to give you advice and help you out. So I will see you guys again tomorrow. Again, comment or share the video, and at the end of the month, someone is getting a $100 gift card. See you tomorrow.